unmute my phone. All right, thank you, good. Yeah, thank you. Problem is, okay, Brandon Bill, you hear me? I'm concerned that is the mic gonna be behind me? It's right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, got it, thank you. Take your time. Rolling?
Yeah.
Good, Billy? Yep. All right. Let's see who we got here. Bill, you coming in loud and clear? Brandon and Bill? Manley? Patzer, are you driving
Loud
to an
and clear,
appointment?
Bo.
Are you
I'm
driving
getting
to an appointment?
I just got done with an appointment.
You are
Woo!
or are not?
I just got done with an appointment. I'm gonna be home here in a minute.
I just got done. Is that Otsoy? Marvin Otsoy? How you doing, buddy?
Very good, Andy. Morning.
Good to have you on here. Rodriguez. What's up, Mikey?
Morning.
You like it when Paul Roberts calls you Mikey?
He can call me whatever.
Says congratulations, Mikey. Agency manager. Jeremico.
Hey, Andy. How are you?
Fired up, Bo. I am had some revelations on how to help you guys become partners with integrity. We just did a little video with integrity called the Game Time. They want to do something for the fourth quarter, you know. And I got some stuff I've been thinking about. I've been praying about it, meditating about it. I got so serious about it, I went and set up in a big box in a tree for a few hours just to think about it. That's what Buddha did. I think he's the one that did that. Went out, sat under a tree, thought about it for a little bit. Came back, had a lot of answers. Hey, Kate. Hey, Mike. How y'all doing?
Amazing. How are you?
Same, man. Amazing. Fired up. Congratulations on being new agency managers.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
We have one other quick announcement too. We got a boy on the way.
What?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. We gotta to me, that's more urgency to build it big.
Heck yeah. Way more motivation for sure.
Boys need a lot of guns and trucks, and belt buckles and boots, hats, ball games. They like travel first class too. I'm just gonna tell you. They're all high maintenance. Well, congratulations. So we got away. I'm gonna talk to you seriously about how to get there today. George Andershot, good to see you, buddy. Marvin Osuna.
How you doing, Andy?
Fired up out of my mind. You?
Same thing, man. Fired up.
Congratulations to all y'all new agency managers. It's pretty impressive. 9 new agency managers over 90 days. And wouldn't it, I mean, that's what we need. Every 90 days, 9 new, and then 18, 27. This is a way you become a partner, Jeremy Co., is get other people to do it. So that's what I want to talk to you about today is really, I'm going to spend about 45 minutes saying, like, it's serious. I can tell you why some people make it and why some people don't. Me, it's just plain as, like, there's my hand right there. It's just that plain. And I can point and go, like, people come up to me, Jeremy Co., and they say, you ain't got any pointers, anything you think I need to be doing different. And I'm like, I got a whole daggum catalog, library of things you need to be doing different. Because if you was doing it right, you'd be making about $7 million by now. And so I want to talk to you how to do that, okay? I really started that a couple of weeks ago, just pretty intense. And then especially when we do the 49 extreme agency managers, I've really been just kind of being as clear and blunt as I can with those guys. So I was thinking when Tia said, who do you want to have on here? I said, I really would like to see all those agency managers and talk to them. And she got all of you on here, and I was like, man, if I could just get one of you, but I mean, let's go for all 9. Let's try to get you all there. Hey, Patrick, I heard you had a big week, 28,000 this week. Is that right?
That's right. 28,000.
It was a lot of
policies.
apps too.
Yeah, 12, not just one big one. Yep.
Yeah. Do you know what you did different? Was it just have you been working, trying to get better? What happened?
The numbers owe me, man. I work every week just as hard as I did last week. They just came in. I mean, that's really all that happened.
Would you say the numbers owe you?
Yeah, I put in the same amount of money, the same amount of effort every week. Some weeks are smaller, some weeks are bigger, but the numbers owe me. If I had a bad week a couple weeks before, in my opinion, right? If 5 or 7,000 is bad, then I know that I got another 10 plus coming on the following weeks. So it's just a week where they all fell in during that week. That's all it is.
Anybody can do it, don't you think?
I think so.
We this past week, Michelle and Mike Alleman paid $35,000 in a week, 11 applications. Megan Wood issued 71 apps in a week for $27,000. Anybody can do it. Megan can do it. Chris Long issued 8 for $20,000 in a week. Good job, Chris Long. Tim Long issued 3 for $16,000. Great job. Jonathan and Megan Yakey issued 13 for $13,800. Stephanie Rodriguez, 14 applications for $13,000. Stephanie Rodriguez is absolutely ripping heads off. I'm so proud of her. My buddy Danny Johnson, something done got up him, Bo. He's got all fired up. 22 applications for $12,000 in a week. That might be his biggest month. He did $12,000 in a week. Tom Murphy done showed up on the leaderboard with 2 apps issued for $12,000. New guy under part of Diane Lampy's team. New guy, 8 apps issued, $11,700. Gregory Richards. Kyle Cater got 6 issued for $11,600. Robert Wilson come rolling in at number 11 with 7 with 11,000 issued, and Mark Hutchinson 15 apps, 9 issued, $9,800. Tim Long also picked up 2 annuities for $100,000. Chris Davis out there in Dallas, part of the Fitz team, picked up $80,000. Got it issued $80,000. Sean Boone got him a $78,000 one issued.
There you go, boom.
Boom. Kyle Cater got 58,000 issued. Alan Hooley, 28,000. Mike Williams and Kerry Williams, 18 grand issued. Jane Hill and James got 5 grand issued. Brenda Osberg got 3,000 issued. Stephen Memoritas got 500 issued. Terry Edwards put one in for 400. Jason Molina, 300. And James Austin, a 250. Also want to tell y'all F&G is giving away these cool jackets, and number one with F&G gets $1,500 this last quarter. Just a little bonus on top of everything else. Chris Kramer got one issued. Jenny Patel got one issued this week. Sean Boone got one issued. Hallett Dickey got one issued. Olga Mathis, Jose Contreras, Jasmine Sanchez, and Paul Menachino all issued an F&G IUL this week, so they'll all be getting vests and in the contention for that $1,500. All right. So I really want y'all to think. I want y'all to think what I'm saying with intensity. I said something Wednesday to a lady, Annette, one of my favorite people in the world. I said, if you would start listening to your coach, Megan Wood is coaching her. If you would listen like your child's life depended on it, and she almost lost her mind mad at me for us talking to anything bad about her child. And I was like, it's an imagination. You've got to figure out a way to get intense. So, Andershock, Bill, the ability to listen like your life depends on it, or if you don't care as much about your life, like one of your children's life depends on it. For some of you, it's your aunt. Like your aunt's life depends on it. For some of you, it's your mama. If your mama, tell you what. Okay, well, use your mama. If your mama's life depends on it. But most of them girls are like, my children. I don't know what it is to you. If you said your life depends on it, your income depends on it, your pride depends on it, your family depends on it, if you would listen to what I'm telling you like it matters, as opposed to, here goes Andy talking again. He's going to tell us the same old thing. Here goes Paul Roberts talking about love. Here comes Levin Tovich talking about stick to the basics. Try to get your mind around why some people make it and some people don't. And I hear you, Patzer, on the numbers owe you. But I know some people, they just keep on, and then numbers don't owe them nothing because they ain't getting better. They're not getting better because they're not listening with intent. They're listening like it's old hat, like it's just normal stuff, same old thing. I'm going to tell you what it takes, okay? I'm not playing around with you. This is the whole thing. This is how to trick yourself into getting rich. This is how to trick others into getting rich, okay? This is how you do it. It is through get-togethers, okay? I don't want to start naming gangs and get in trouble, but I want to. The way they do it is through get-togethers. And they have to do what they're supposed to do or somebody dies. And these people, what they do is they call a meeting. And they all go no matter what. No matter who gets mad, mama gets mad, wife gets mad, kids get mad. They go to the meeting. And when they go to the meeting, they pay attention to the meeting. I think you need to mute one of them, T. I'm not sure which one, or maybe go ahead and mute them all. Get some feedback. All right, we'll open them back up. And I really want y'all, I'm going to ask for your clarification on what I'm saying, insight on what I'm saying, or even better, if you had a question. All right, now watch this, Clay. I say, I want you to have an insight or opinion, or even better, I want you to have a question. But how many of them picked up on that? They just do these two. They won't do that third. You know why? Because they're not listening like their life depends on it. I've seen it happen before. I'll throw a hint out there on what I want to be done, and the whole line of them, all they trying to tuck their shirt in, get the boogers out of their nose, and worried about what her name is, and they're not listening to the hint and the thought that comes along. You follow what I'm saying? Now, the truth is, I don't care if I ask a question or make a comment. I really don't care. But what I care about is, are they listening? This is the whole thing, Sharp. This is how I got the money. Okay? I'm watching to see if people listen to what I say, regardless of what I say. If they flinch, if they smile, if they roll their eyes, I'm looking. I really want to get a response, see if they're paying attention to me, because those are your people you got to shop with. Okay. All right. I do better when I talk about somebody I'm dealing with. Like I'm talking with somebody I'm dealing with now, and he just don't grow. And he swears he's working, and I believe he believes he's working. Listen to me. He believes he's working. But I go to tell him about Annette and what happened, and I said, well, wait a minute. Did you catch my show on Wednesday? No. He didn't go like, oh, no, don't kill me. He was just like, no. I said, well, did you watch the rerun, like the audio, the video? No. I said, well, some good stuff on there. So now I'm having to repeat stuff I did Wednesday. But he thinks he's doing every single thing, everything. In his life, he swear on a stack of Bibles. Jesus, Abraham, everybody. He'd swear. I'm doing everything right. And I can pick apart his life like that. And yet he's one to come up and say, I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I'm like, a blind guy with gloves on could feel the problems you're creating. It don't make no sense. It's just you dumb or not dead gum mouse. After he got caught in the trap. And it didn't have no butter in it. No peanut butter. He said, Andy, you can't be so mean to people. I go, look, I'm not trying to be mean to you. I want y'all to make it. And I want him to make it too. And by the way, it usually stops when people start making 30,000, or when they're making 90,000, or make 150, or they make 250. That's when it ends. Anywhere along the way. In other words, if they're drowning and they can't pay the bills, they like this right here. What do I do next? Just tell me. But as soon as they get up where they can pay their bills, what's up, Albright? Bro, it's all good, man. Good to see you. How you doing? Good. How you? It's just like that. There's no thinking that something might get learned that will catapult their business through the roof. Now watch this. There are people they recruit, like this guy, or you recruit this guy, and he sees that. He sees what you're doing, and he either copies it, or he has no respect for you, or he goes find somebody else, or somebody else talks to him, and they have the fire and the intensity, and they're listening somewhere to their meetings. They're listening to their meetings. And this person down here drops you and goes with them. And here's what people usually say. Well, he had a nicer car. So that was it. But it's not this one had a nicer car than you. It's not this one had the bigger boobies than you. It's not this one had a better smile than you. It's this one had more enthusiasm and belief and conviction in the person he's listening to. And he got a nicer car. But had he not have lost that intensity, if you display that enthusiasm, intensity, and the belief in the system, and you were there intent, you're about 100 times more likely that he's not going to leave for a bigger car. Does that make sense? Soy. with your PNC business, you've had people with you for years, and they stay because you're thinking and you're trying to get better and you're committed and you're convinced. And then people see that in you and they follow that in you. Your loyalty is rewarded with loyalty. Okay, so the whole thing is attend all meetings. But that's what people hear it is. Oh, attend all meetings. I guess that means whenever convenient, I should go to meetings. National convention's coming up. Already got my ticket. Check, check. You already got your ticket. Check, check. I got my plane flight too. Check. You see, it's checked off. That's the way. When I say in high school I checked off lifting weights, I didn't lift the weights. I just checked it off. That's the way people are on attend all meetings. They checked it off, or they've turned on the video. It's playing. The video is playing. Checked it off. I was in the weight room. I picked up some weights. Matter of fact, I spotted for people. Sometimes I'd even do a couple them things, whatever they are. I'd be like, I'd do a couple. I'd be like, that's enough. I'm good. That's the way people run their business. So when you see there's lack of a bulge there, that's because I've been checking it off. When I see lack of a team, lack of premium, let me tell y'all something. I'm not no idiot. I know stuff ain't getting done. It's getting checked off though. This Rodriguez, you tracking with me on this?
Yes, sir.
People, come back to me, Rodriguez. What you say, Bob?
Saying yes, sir. I copy.
Ain't it funny how I brought this to you in this way, and then how you feel about it versus the way it's brought to you sometimes? You with me?
Yes.
See, delivery matters. Some of my friends was talking about this thing called sous vide or sous vide, some kind of cooking. You put a ribeye in a plastic bag, put it down in this water, 145 degrees for 1 hour, and it is perfect medium rare. Here's the only problem with it. Makes you look like you want to throw up when you look at it. But it's perfect medium rare. So you know what you do? Put it on about a 700 degree grill for about 32 seconds. Now, make your tongue slap your brains out right there. You with me? You hear what I'm saying, Marvin? When people just check it off, it matters if people ain't gonna eat it. If you deliver the message, but you deliver the message perfectly, but it don't have the sizzle on it, it don't have the intensity on it, you might as well be trying to get somebody to eat one of them perfectly done ribeyes right out of the sous vide. You understand what I'm saying? You put it in boiling water for an hour. You take it out. It's just mucky looking. It does not look like a seared steak. You won't eat it. That's why, I know Golden Corral tastes just as good. I just don't like to see green beans in my corn. I go over there and get my corn, I see a green bean, I be like, I ain't doing it. I just ain't gonna do it. It's nasty. I want to sprinkle a little stuff on mine. Well, I want to see, like you see them cooks when they wipe their plate around the edge, make sure they know stuff around the edge. That's what I'm talking about. You know?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Y'all got me thinking about something. Don't look at me. You make me laugh. We're having an intense moment. Your mind drifts around. Listen to me, Hot Soy. Especially you, Hot Soy. People love your commitment and your enthusiasm. When you came up to me, you just sent me a picture of that. You ought to show people a picture of that in the convention center. You and your boy. And you said, you going to know my name. And I looked you in the eye, and more than likely, I said, I believe. Now show me. And I can pretty much guess what else I said, just me looking at you now, thinking what I said when I saw you then. You the kind of guy that can do it. Because you the kind of guy that'll work. Because I look at some of these pretty boys and I go, that boy ain't going to work. Be lucky if he gets it. Maybe he'll find somebody good. You hear what I'm saying, Soy? Attend all meetings, but it's like lifting weights. It's like cooking. It's like dressing. You know what I like? What fires me up is some good-looking girl with all kinds of beautiful makeup telling everybody to be authentic and be themselves and quit faking. I'll be like, why don't you wear them nub for eyelashes you have normally if you're so natural and use everything? And, looks like your eyelids done got on steroids, and I like it. But don't, you know what I'm saying? But I want to be all natural and be yourself, but yet turn around and dress up. I want you to dress up. Does that make sense? I want you to dress up your talks. I want to dress up your enthusiasm, dress up your intensity. Quit being drab. People hate that crap. That's why your business ain't grown. You said, mine grown, I went agency manager. Calm down. When it don't grow, remember this talk. All right. Thank God I watched wrestling growing up. We would practice being Ric Flair, Wahoo McDaniels, Dusty Rhodes, son of a competent man. Them boys would get into it and made hundreds of thousands, some of them millions of dollars. Some of them still making millions and millions. That bringing it, okay, attend all meetings. It's the way, this is right out of my book, The 8 Steps. Meetings and conventions trick business people into making money. Do not be selective in participation. Participate in all meetings and important events. Make no excuses. If you knew with 100% certainty that attending all company meetings would make you rich, would you go? If you knew it would work, would you do it? Competition. This is a tough one right here. Competition for your upline's time is vital to your success. Competition for your upline's time is vital to your success. Do not give them the opportunity to overlook your potential and move on to someone else. Okay, listen to me. Competition, Osuna, for your upline's time. That means you fight for it, not they fight for your time. I'm telling y'all this, if I could draw, I don't know how I could get it clear to people that they're not doing this along with other things. When I'm going like, this is right out of the 8 steps. You're missing 1 out of 8. You're doing it. You're getting a 50% grade on attend all meetings. Attend all meetings. People are like, I go to every meeting, and they're like, hey, bro, you know this is a business building organization, right? You got nobody here but you. And they go like, yeah, I'm committed. Like, you're not committed. That's why you got nobody else coming with you. Your ability to get people to go to meetings, what you get paid the big bucks for. Not you showing up. And then you dum-dums go like, he said I didn't have to show up, I just got to get my team. I'm like, you a dum-dum from way back. You got to be there with bells on. You see like Jason Tony when they do that, well, I think you might have fanatics, front row fanatics right there. When they started doing stuff like that, their business started taking off. And then Osuna followed in behind, and they're all fighting for the front row. That's fighting for your upline's time. See, here's the thing, and Kate, people just, let me tell you something. You still working that pharmaceutical thing? Y'all still selling drugs? You still selling drugs or something, Kate?
No, I'm in IT sales.
Oh, your husband was the one in drug sales.
I was the
Similar,
pharma.
but
I was
yeah.
the pharma rep.
Yeah. You the IT. You still selling that IT. Let me tell you this. I don't want to triple your pay at that IT company, but I'm going to tell you how to do it. It's the same way. You've got to be intense intense on fighting for the president. Who's that you got in there?
That's Lambo, our dog. Sorry.
What's up, Lambo?
He's competing
See?
he's competing for our attention for our time right now.
Exactly. And that's why everybody loves dogs.
That's right.
No, I'm not kidding you. That's exactly what he's doing. He loves attention. So does her president of sales. So does her CEO. All you got to do is pay attention to everything they say and fight for their time with every ounce of your body. You'll triple your pay. But when people take it for granted, we call it familiarity breeds contempt. Or, well, I'm getting a paycheck, I'll give back what I got my paycheck. That's how they stay right where they are. It's called checking it off, as opposed to everything in, attend all meetings. You say, you're saying suck up, and I'm going like, that's not going to hurt, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying suck up. I'm saying fight to be there and get others to fight to be there. Well, I ain't got no downline over here, this IT sales. Your peers, get your peers there. They will become your downline because they'll promote you and put them fools underneath you because they're listening to you. I've never had a problem with jobs. Bojangles, working in the tobacco, I never had a problem. All you got to do is pay attention to what the fool says. I remember the time my brother got fired. He was driving a tractor. He was collecting tobacco worms. And we'd say, hey, pull up the tractor. He'd be like, huh? And man, when you're out there picking tobacco, or priming tobacco to be accurate, you don't want to have to tell the tractor man to pull up. You're tired as hell. You don't want to be talking. You just want somebody to walk over there and get rid of his tobacco leaves as quick as possible. They fired him. He wasn't paying attention to what was going on. He was on the tractor, and he pulled up when we asked him to move up, Marvin. Checked it off. I was at the meeting. And then they come in late. They sit at the back. They glance around. But yet they're 100% committed. Okay, so here's what you do, Mike. If you have to, go get another book besides mine. Mine is enough. But you can go, if I could turn the camera around, show all them books up here. They say the same thing. Attend meetings with vigor. Be psycho about it. Get people to follow you. But here's what people do. They don't fight to get their new guy on the call. They say things like, kids these days, white people won't work. Middle class kids don't work. American young'uns are too spoiled. They say things like that. Or minorities ain't smart, or people with Irish heritage just are combative. All right, what is all this? What is this dookie you spit? Your job is to find somebody to work. I found Megan Wood. No, you didn't. No, you didn't find Megan. I found Alex Abian. Alex Abian found Mike and Noel, and they found Megan Wood. And there's a whole bunch of people in between there that quit. I bet you Megan Wood's listening to this meeting. And I bet you she going to get that manifold guy on the call, and I hope she getting a net on this call. But if she don't get a net, if she don't fight to get a net on this call with the intensity that Megan Wood's kid's going to get killed, if she don't fight with that intensity, she ain't never going to build a business big. And she does, it's going to be lucky, and it's going to take forever, and it ain't going to be that profitable. I've been doing this for so long. This is the biggest secret of my existence, Otsoy. Meetings. You saw the way that meeting, how crazy was that new girl that you come? How fired up was she? What did she learn and get out of that meeting? How much more committed is she now than where she was?
She is committed 100%, and she is committed to become an AM this year. Also going to Thailand with us next year. So she is on fire. And one of the keys, bring, the husband to that meeting, because making this as a couple makes a lot of difference. And she is on fire. She's on fire.
What's his name? Billy O or something like that? Or Emilio. Miguel, that's it. Miguel's fired up out of his mind.
So
me and him had
as
some
soon as
lengthy conversations. We had some lengthy conversations. I think he knew what I meant too. I don't think he speaks North Carolina redneck, but I think he knew what I meant. But I'm saying, if she was at this level, how much more committed? Let's say she was at a 5 or a 6. Where'd she go to on commitment level?
I would say from 5, 6 to 10. Now she is on 10 level of commitment and is working never before. Doing great.
Here's the next mistake they make, Jeremico. They think taking one shower. Man, we gave that girl a shower. Man, that dog got a shower. We put some soap on him, put some cologne on him. Ooh, he smelled good. Let me tell you what a dog will do if you don't watch them. They go find a dead fish, a dead rat, a dead bird, a dead animal somewhere, and they get up on that thing and roll it back and just rubbing that dead meat right there. Yeah. And then they will that and lick it. Get it all up in their gums. They come back around you, they smell like doo-doo. Need to give them a little shower. They think one shower will do it. One shower does do it, just like it did for that girl Kate, or whatever. What's her name? What's that girl's name? What's her name? I saw it.
Mati.
Yeah, Matty. That's close to Kate. It's got the same. Anyway. All right, look here, Marvin. I drive depth, and I go to the people that I think I have the most potential, and I sell my little hiney off on getting them to be intense about checking off and going to meetings and acting like their life depends on it. That's why you see somebody in an organization has one leg or two, and the other legs can't do doo-doo. You with me? Because the upline done drove it down and got people to plug in, come to the meetings. You hear what I'm saying, Otsoy? This is the biggest secret I can tell you, bro. And a shock. Do you see this? Have you seen this in Paul's group across the country? If you don't know the structure of organizations, that's why a lot of times if I talk to you, I say, let me show you the structure. I pull out something like this right here. I pull out some kind of graph or something and start showing you what the organizations look like and what the hierarchies look like and how narrow they are or how deep they are. And it's pretty intense. I've done it on the jets with people. And I go, see how that leg does that? That's because over here, that's not happening. Because somebody's not as intense about going to the meetings with all their might. Bill, am I getting to you at all? Brandon, Bill?
100%, yes, sir.
I'm not looking for no confessions, but can you see in your life where that matters sometimes, and you might not think it matters, but you know it matters?
Yes, sir.
In your athletic days, can you see where some players came to practice, every practice, and checked it off?
I know you didn't want a confession, but that was me sometimes. You go through the monotony of certain things over and over and over again, and sometimes you just show up and just check the box.
Yeah, because it's boring. What did I say about getting rich? It's the boredom that gets most people.
Yeah.
They look at me and they go, he's not really excited. He's just acting excited. Well, that's because you've been around me 32 times and that contempt kicks in. But the new girl over there sees me excited and committed, so she believes I'm excited and committed. Because let me tell you something, I'm excited and committed.
That's right.
It's not, I'm not making it up, but that familiarity is where the contempt comes from. Andy don't really think this is the greatest business. He don't think insurance is the greatest thing. He's not really excited. Money don't make him happy. His wife don't care nothing about them big 6-7 carat diamonds. You know, where's this contempt come from? Familiarity. Oh, we go back. Matter of fact, we don't have seniority in here, but still people, I've known Andy for 11 years. My business goes back 11 years. I said, don't tell people that. You're too small. Just pretend like you just started this week. Quit telling people how long you've been here. It's embarrassing. Talk about what you did this week. How much things you sold. how much ass you kicked, how many people you recruited, what'd you do? And they go like, well, Andy, I feel like, with our history, I shouldn't really have to do anything. I feel like for your lifestyle, you need to do something, not for me. Like you said you were going to be big. You said you was going board member. You said we was going to give you a ring. You said you see what I'm saying? All right. So I have some geeky ways to tell you this. That's my right out of my book ways. All right. Most people fear the path of success more than they do success. It ain't success that scared them. It's the boredom that scares them. It's the path they go down. How do you intensely tell people? How do you have a new person and hire them? And how do you sell them, Boone? How do you sell them on going to meetings hard as everything? Well, listen to this audio. Watch this video 37 times until you're better at it than me, buddy. Boom. Does that make sense? The ability to get people to go to meetings. That's how big coaches get great athletes. They have the ability to get them to visit campus. And then they visit campus, and then the people there act like that coach is somebody and treat him with respect. You go to these average schools, you go there, and they treat the coach with familiarity, and then people don't stick because they think, hell, the people that are here are not impressed. Why should I be impressed? They go to another school and they lay out the red carpet for him. They bringing him coffee. They're saying yes sir, no sir. They listen to him with intensity and they go, oh, this must be a great coach. See, they figured it out. They figured out he was great by how many people are paying attention to him. But the success path is acting, or another word is doing. Like, how do I act excited? Be excited, do excitement. How do I do that? Put your hands up like this. Do your hands out like this. This right here. The old alligator dance ain't going to get you nowhere. You got to get them out here, baby. That makes sense? That's the way most people are when they come out to dinner. They go, I'm trying to get my billfold. Like, bro, you're not showing enthusiasm for reaching your credit card. That's enthusiasm right there. All right. Pride will get you there. Pride will get you there. Fairness will get you, another word. Fairness, the old F word. Fairness will screw you. Is that a good way to say it? Fairness will screw your ass. Pride will take you to the top, buddy. We used to have this guy on our team, and he lost his mind. His dog died, his daddy died, and something else happened. Oh, his girlfriend moved in with him. That was a bad month for him. And he never was right. He never was right in the head. But he had one good line. He had a lot of good lines. So this is the one he'd say, show some pride. That's what he'd say, show some pride. That's why I tried to tell him when his dog died and his girlfriend moved in, his dad dropped dead. But he couldn't get it back. You know, some people, once they lose it, bro. I had this friend, he's doing an Oxycontin mess. And I went to see him. I said, how you doing? I can't remember his name now. Blackman's his last name. He went, I was like, yeah, he didn't make it back. He done went too far down the Oxycontin road. He couldn't come back. Randy. Y'all want to with me? Once they go out too far off a ranch, Jeff Wright will tell me sometimes, he say, you can't save her. I'll be like, I just want to. He'll be like, mm-mm. Or him. He'll be like, mm-mm. You know, you need professional opinions sometimes, like they're just too crazy. They're just too gone, you know? I've seen some people, Paul Roberts, he was messed up with some stuff. That alcohol got him. But I said, I wonder if he ever come back. And he come back now. He'll still tell you, I don't know if he says he's like that all his life. He'll say, I don't understand everything. He'll say something like that, and I'll be like, all right, we don't try to get into all the details. Let's just do this, Paul. You with me? All right, Soy. You follow what I'm saying at all? So talk to me, man. Tell me something. That Guatemala attitude. Huh?
Yes, I'm hearing very good. Yeah, I know. I want to show you this thing. This is the picture that you were talking about.
Yes, sir.
We met at the NatCon back in January, and when you asked me about how serious I am in the business, and I told you right there, serious as a family reunion, it's gotta be done by the end of June. I mean, the Thailand trip is gonna be done by the end of June, and I did it. June 30th, I already qualified for Thailand. And it's not just the qualification thing, it's the consistency that you're talking about. And now involve people in my team, like Mati, Miguel, following along with me in all meetings. And that is very important. And I want to do the credit to Marvin Osuna, because Osuna always stick with me saying, gotta do this, this, and that. I'm a listener, and whatever I'm listening to everybody of you, I'm putting action on it. And numbers are coming, results are coming. And you're right, with meetings. I take the best of every meetings, regardless, it's a hotspot or a Zoom meeting, whatever meeting is. So I'm ready to take some notes and put in action on my words. That's a big secret there.
Do you think, Shock, do you sometimes look at me and go like, how does he take a little thing, like going to meetings is important, and blow it up and talk about it for a whole 45 minutes and just psycho intense about it? I get the other person talk about it, they got about 3 minutes that they pretty much, well, I mean, like I said earlier, I'm like, Bo, you done started turning, you doing loops, and you ain't been 3 minutes in. I still got new stuff I got to get out, and I'm still on one subject. Does that ever get to you, Axel? I mean, George, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does he get so intense on a little thing like that?
No, I don't, because I actually agree with you. When I first started, I was doing this very part-time. I had a sushi business, and I was just like, hey, if I make an extra $500, that's pretty cool a week. And I heard my name get called on the TWC one time for the donation thing that we do, right? When you do 5,000.
Yeah, Good Samaritan bonus.
Good Samaritan bonus. Yeah, I was making a sandwich for lunch, and I heard you call my name, and I was like, what? And I started paying attention to the TWC, and I thought that was pretty exciting. And I kept on, from that point on, I kept on hearing my name, and I was like, man, it'd be cool to hear my name hit SEAL Team one day, because I remember you emphasized more on SEAL Team. But ever since that point, I started taking more emphasis on getting on the calls, and for whatever reason, plugging in, I think helped me, because once I started getting on the call.
I want you to understand the question. I know you agree with me that you're on the meetings and how intense it is. My question is how I can take a subject so tiny and go on and on about it, and I'm not bored with it and moved on to something else. Have you tried to do that yourself with people? Like, let me talk to you about one thing, and just try to stay on that one damn thing until they just look at you and say, God bless it, George. I got it. You understand what I'm saying? Most people, they cover this, and then they cover this, and they cover this, and they cover this. They cover this much ground this deep. But you see that difference?
Right, yes. The focus on it, just getting that one thing done and making sure that they actually do it and be consistent with it. And that's what I was just trying to say. I understand the importance of these calls. And so, yes, I'm going to do my best to duplicate you and make sure my team's doing the same thing and getting on these calls. In fact, I just told him.
Yeah, like there's my son-in-law, Brandon Manley. So what I'm going to do, Andrew Shock, is it's not just this subject, it's multiple subjects. But I'm going to stick on one subject for so long, he's like, my dad-in-law is psychopathic about this damn subject. And that's the point where I'm going to consider going on to another one, and then I'm going to reconsider, and I'm going to hit him again with, you got to be at the meetings, you got to be intense with them. So what I want you to do, George Henry, stop, is adopt that personality that you will get on something. Like, let me tell you something. I got this one guy. I'm gonna get on persistency and placement with him. He's gonna think he's gonna think he's a June bug and two geese are fighting over him. Bam, 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 bam. Are you with me? Like, how many different ways can we talk about it? Because if I can get his placement and persistency better, his profitability is going to get better. And then here's what they always say. Mine's good. I go, what about your team? I go, oh, that needs work. Well, let's get on it like a June bug. Does that make sense? You see what I'm saying, George? That's why I say
Yes, sir.
Communication is the hardest part. Attending meetings is easy, but communicating it and getting people to know that they got to get other people to get. Okay, let's do this real quick. Pride, a feeling of satisfaction, self-respect, derived from one's own achievements. Pride in winning, pride in being there, pride in looking good, pride in showing up in classy car, pride being dressed, pride, baby. They say, pride cometh before the fall. Yeah, and before a big hierarchy, buddy. Man at the top ain't proud, ain't got no hierarchy. Got a little bitty hierarchy. Talking about wandering around in circles. Ain't nobody following you? You said pride. Does that make, like, all right, fairness, a need for impartiality. I think he just likes Jamerico because he's got a bald head, and that's why he makes. It's the way he likes the Jamerico guy. Like, bro, how about the fact that he writes business every month? Has that occurred to you that was a factor? How about he don't bitch, moan, whine, and cry and complain? Does that might be a factor? It's just because you like bald heads and the way they shine and the way you can just rub them and stuff. I mean, like, that don't hurt. It's just like sucking up to the boss. It don't hurt that you bring a bald head to the table. It's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt anything. Oh, because he gives you gifts. Well, it don't hurt anything. Pride. His pride, not his. Thank you. I think you like girls to win, and that's why you talk to the girls because you don't want to. God Almighty! I know Megan's a girl. That don't hurt. I'm cool with that. That don't hurt a thing. Pride. See the difference? That's what people do, Bill. Rodriguez. If we was in Mexico, we wouldn't have to abide by some of the rules that we abide by in America. I wish it was fair. Our country was as fair like Mexico, and you could just do what you want. I just wish, because this ain't fair in America. Listen to this one. I'm going to tell you about this one, Mike Marisi. I know this dentist. You ever heard, I don't know how old you are. You know who Obama is? Obama? This dentist, he got so mad. He said, he gets a vibrate and he said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to shut my practice down. I ain't going to work for 2 days a week. I ain't working 5 days a week. But that fool, way taxes going up. I ain't taking 90% of my taxes. I'm only going to work. He shut down his office. How long was he in? 8 years. 8 years. Joker started business back up with Trump. He started back up 5 to 6 days a week. Like, what is your problem? Like, why don't you go? I mean, you might as well went down there and marched or something. He just shut his business down. Let me explain something to you. I don't give a God bless if my mama's president next. My ass gonna make me some money.
That's right.
I'm not shutting down for nobody. How about how did the corona affect you? How it affected me? I had to start talking to people because they thought about it. I mean, I ain't studying that. You're like, you don't think it's important? I think it's everything's important. I think Jesus is important, but I ain't talking about Jesus every 30 seconds and trying to get some premium. I'm trying to give it some premium to give it to my preacher for the priest.
Yeah.
You got a twisted sense of values. You want to talk about it. I'm trying to do something with my ass. Does that make sense? Pride versus fairness. It ain't fair. It ain't fair. I want to tell you something else. I just told up, but I don't want anybody making. But this is a recent thing, guys. He said, ain't you mad because I think he said Bezos didn't pay no taxes. I said, I don't give a God blessed America, Russia, China, or Mexico. Well, I don't even know who the fool is. I think he's Amazon or LinkedIn or Damaco or some multi-level. I don't know who he is, but he's some big guy. Don't that bother you? I don't give a damn about that fool. What I'm worried about is Albright going to have a Mercedes. People say, you sure are selfish. I said, how much money you give away last year? Buddy, how many checks you write to your preacher? How many did you give? My Good Samaritan bonus. That's my check, bro. That's not your money. That's my commission. That ain't yours that gave away. Oh, you don't care. You give money, but you don't care. Well, let me get this straight. You care, but don't give money. That's like a fireplace that don't burn firewood. That's a good fireplace right there. You can look at it and see what it intends on doing. That fireplace got a lot of big intentions. Big heart. Yeah, no heat, baby. No heat coming off of there. Does that make sense? Pride in the outcome. Self-respect. You want to not go to meetings? Well, I noticed that so-and-so don't go to meetings, and Andy calls her name. I know so-and-so didn't come to the meeting this time. He didn't come down to Florida. I spent plane tickets and come down to Florida, and he didn't do it, and he still likes them. Pride versus fairness. Fairness, well, let me tell you something. The reason he gets to play so much is his daddy was a football coach, and his daddy is friends with this coach, and that's why he got to go in. Really? We all admire the kid that stays focused when he don't have a chance to play because of politics. But when the time comes, and because he had self-respect and pride and kept practicing, and when they call his number, he comes in and dominates and goes on to the NFL, and the other one that was there because of politics don't get it. See, eventually, you got to believe the numbers are on OU. If you don't believe that, if you don't have the pride and the belief that you doing the right, y'all with me on this? Mm-hmm. One thing will destroy attending meetings, fairness. One thing will have you on the front row ripping heads off, pride. And I don't want to get into this too much, but the other thing is ego. Ego gets away at income. To me, fairness and ego somehow ties in. I ain't no psychology expert, but ego ties in. All right. 4 principles for pride. Your name is on it. Each one of us matter. We're doing these contests where everybody has to participate, but lack of pride of one of them or 2 of them because they think it don't matter. They think they don't matter. They think Leventovich is winning, but their contribution don't matter. Pride is when you know that every one of us matters. We just did a little video for integrity. We said the alliance is going to win for integrity. We're going to win for us, but that's pride in us, not, well, I don't know, integrity. You know, some people have been with integrity longer. Like, what is your problem? Like, my favorite thing I want to say is, what is wrong with you? Where's your pride? Where's your sense of you winning? Each of us has a role. Know what you don't know. Don't say, I know everything, but I'm not growing. Don't say, I know how to do placement, and you have terrible placement. Don't say, I know how to make business stick, and then your persistency ain't as good as other people's, but you know that you know it. Know what you don't know. And I can tell you, where it's failing, you don't know. No, I know, I just ain't doing it. No, you don't know, because if you knew, you're doing it, because you ain't got no pride. That makes sense? Know what you know. If you're really good at placement persistency, how come you're not talking about it? Because you don't know that you know it, because you ain't got no pride. When you know it, tell it. Show some pride. I don't want to brag. I don't want to brag, but I turned in 38,000 this week, 27 apps, and I don't want to brag. I turned in 38 apps this week. You know why? Because my butt ran 40 appointments, and I was intense. And I did what Megan Wood said, and I did what Mark Hutchinson said, and I did what Robert Wilson said. I went in there, and I obliterated the program and got me some premium, baby. Sure. That's knowing what you know. All right. How you screw yourself and your team is do fairness. Pride says, if Megan can put 100,000 in her checkbook, I can put 100,000 in my checkbook. Fairness says, well, the reason that he's doing good is they cheated for him. Like, bro, come on. If one kid on the team is on the team because of his daddy, let it go. Have some pride in your performance. Let it go. If his daddy's a coach, he's quarterback, play quarterback. You with me? Win. Well, I'll just change teams. I'll just quit. I'll start over. Man, I was fine. Oh, my God. Deservedness. I deserve it. Same thing as that. Okay. You want to take your lid off? Show some pride. You want to get a person to be good at persistency and placement? Get them to go to meetings. You want to get a person to recruit and build a hierarchy? Get them to go to meetings. Andy, I've tried to get this guy to build. I've tried to get depth. It's impossible to get depth with him. You remember the thing about pride and going to meetings with enthusiasm and getting him to go to meetings with enthusiasm, getting in depth and teaching enthusiasm about meetings? Y'all with me? Listen, I want to be really smart here and not dumb. I really care about y'all. Why else would I tell you my secret of pride? Why else would I tell you my secret of me being there when I'm supposed to be there? Why would I tell you that? I'm not telling you because you're not doing it. I'm not screaming at you. I don't give a God bless America, come hell high water. I don't care. If you don't want to go to meetings, I promise you I don't care, because I don't look at you and go, he's making $150,000, but he's really not committed. I ain't got time to worry about that fairness. If I start bitching about you, I'm that guy. If I start worrying with the people that don't have pride, that makes me that guy with no pride. It makes me worried about fairness. Adam Cass is doing everything, but Brandon's not. Or Jeremico's working, but Billy's not. And Soto did it. Yeah. Albright, go find somebody that will. Okay, sir, got it. That's talking to myself. Like, your job, Albright, your job, Marvin Osina Patzer, your job. Does this remind you of a talk we had about maybe a month ago or 2 months ago, Patzer? Oh, yeah. I ain't changed much. You won't see me change on this, bro. If the floods come tomorrow, I got one strategy. Get up with enthusiasm and hit it like a maniac and try to find somebody else that will. I would go door to door. I'll go to Walmart if I have to. I don't want to. I will go and I will meet people. I'll spear chuck. I'll be, hey, look, you look like you got some sense. You look like you might be able to do something. You want to make some money? We got a money-making program. The intensity, enthusiasm, on the phone, recruiting. I tell you something, this is my last freebie. If you hang up on somebody that you think ain't got no pride and just accidentally hit the button, hang up, you'll feel better about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just like, I've had it with this. Why am I trying to recruit this guy? He's got no pride. All he's worried about is fairness. Just move on. Find somebody that's got some pride. Somebody that takes pride in winning. Find that person, not the person that's seeking fair. Over here, you'll be treated fair. Over here, you probably get screwed over here too, because you got screwed over there. That's like this guy standing out in front of this when people going west, people traveling west looking for places to settle, there's this guy standing out in front of the city, And when people come up, they say, "How you doing?" He say, "Good." He'd say, "How's the people in this town?" He'd say, "How was the people in the last town?" They go, "A bunch of backbiting criminals." He's like, "Well, it's the same thing in this city. I just keep on going. You're going to see the same thing here." And the next one come up, he said, "Man, the city I hated to leave. I mean, I love the people. It's treated fair. I just heard to come west, and I was coming west and wanted to find some more good people like I spent back home in Jersey. But, you know, it's overcrowded in Jersey." And they go, "Oh, you'll like it here." His job was to build a good city. So he found good people. I got one more last free story for you. This guy he's real famous around here. His name's Powell. He helped start LabCorp, Laboratory Corporation of America. He said he was a coroner before he got stupid rich, big time. He was a coroner. And he said, "Let me tell you something. When you get them bodies in there, I can tell you how they lived." He said, "How you died gives me a good idea how you lived." Yep. How your business looks, give me a good idea what you've been doing. See, he saw them when they was dead on the slab. But he knew what they've been doing. I see your numbers. I know what you've been doing. He said if they ate a lot, he could tell they ate a lot. If they drank a lot, he could tell. If they were in a bunch of fights and they died in a fight, he could tell. If it was a bunch of rambunctiousness, if it was, what do they call it? Jobfoolery, tomfoolery? Huh? Tomfoolery. If you were a tomfoolery, we pretty much tell. You see that knot right there? You see that right there? Woo, it's been a long time. Yeah. Hey, guys, let's show how we lived. Let's show how we built. Let's get intense about this. Agency managers, regional managers, board members, baby. Partners. Board member, partner. Board member, partner. I hope I was fair to y'all. Nobody got slighted and talked to you more than I did the other one. I feel really bad about that. Hey, Brandon. I let Brandon speak. Brandon, hey, Brandon. Say something, Brandon. Unmute.
Hey, Andy.
Oh, it's two Brandons.
Yeah. Oh, the other one. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out which one. Hello, guys.
Y'all moving to Florida still?
Yep.
Bo, I'm gonna have some intense conversations with you when we get down. I'll be like, "Come here a minute."
Can't wait.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
All right. Love y'all. Bye.